Salutations, friends. It's your pal, said Stevie, and today I'm going to be doing some work on one of the oldest folders in my collection. This is the Manix 2 from Spyderco. It's been quite a while since I've done anything to this. I've had this knife for probably 6 years, and it was about maybe 3 years or so ago I added the Flytanium titanium ball cage replacement, and I don't know. This is the very first Lynch Northwest deep carry clip I ever picked up, but I haven't touched this thing for quite some time, and I love it. It's a forever knife. I'm always going to have this knife. I'm never going to do anything with it, but I wanted to jazz it up a little bit. And recently, Rhino came out with these lanyard plug replacements or lanyard tube replacements. Got a little tritium in them, and I don't like lanyards holes anyway. I've already installed one on my PM3. I dig it, and so I'm going to be adding that. But since I was going to be taking it apart, I figured, you know what? I want to add some scales to it. This G10 is just fine. I got no problems with them, but I kind of wanted to do something similar that I did to my PM3, and I wanted to get some new scales. Let's see here. So I ordered from RC Bladeworks some new scales. Cool. Look at that. Came with a RC Bladeworks Bigfoot sticker too. He happens to be holding a schmuck, one of my favorite knives. So that's a cool sticker. But these are black burlap micarta. I thought about sending this to Bill, ProX 1840, to have him make some scales for him. But, I ended up deciding against that just because I think this is a pain in the ass knife to take apart. I really didn't want to put that on him. I didn't talk to Bill about it. I'm sure he would have been just fine with it. But I went ahead and ordered these, and I don't recall how expensive these were. Maybe it'll come to me while I am doing the disassembly. But yeah, so let's get into it. It's been so last time I took this apart to replace this, I was pretty much a novice at doing anything to knives, modding of any sort. And I think I watched OCD for ECD's video. In fact, I'm positive that was his. That was actually the very first video of Justin's I ever watched. I haven't gone back and rewatched it. Now I'm pretty confident. I'm not saying I'm a pro, but I'm pretty confident that I can get into this and not have to worry about anything. Despite this being a pain in the ass, I know that it's a pain in the butt. Just there's a bunch of extra steps. So I'm just gonna get into it and start yarding this thing apart, and you'll just have to board this struggle bus with me and see how this goes. So I'm going to be utilizing my Coca-Cola can to keep track of all my hardware. Shout out to Matisfaction for sending me this. Let's see, I'm going to need a bit driver. I think these are T8 and T10. Got my good screw basic beach. I think it's all T8 on the screw, the pocket clip screws, and the body screws. Yes. And then I think it's a T10 on the pivot. That is an accurate statement. So, yeah. Since I'm going to be doing a full scale replacement and everything, I know all screws are going to have to come apart. So, I'm just going to start doing that. Let's start with the pocket clip. So yeah, the Manix 2, I think, is kind of one of, in my opinion, Spyderco's best designs. Why can't I get in there? There we go. And I did a video on this not too long ago, saying how when I bought this knife 6-ish years ago, it's the most expensive knife, or the most money I'd ever spent on a knife. And I think at the time, it was the first time I ever spent more than $100 on a knife. And here we are all these years later. It's probably one of the least expensive folders in my collection, but I do love it dearly. I don't carry it as much as I used to, but it is a phenomenal knife. Everything about it. And I'll get into it a little bit more here as I get going, but I'm just going to pop this top scale off first. Alright, so there is that. Alright, so this ball cage has a spring. You can already see the spring in there. And there's a little steel ball in there. So we do have to be mindful of that. And we don't want to... So it's still stuck to the lanyard. I'm going to just pull this back. That's going to allow me to pop the blade off, I think. Shouldn't this be able to pull the blade off now? Okay, hold on. What's going on here? Aha! I need to... That's right. Okay. In order to break this loose, I have to take off this other... there's one of the washers. You can see some of the Loctite I have on there. I have to pop this backspacer, or loosen this backspacer to pull that out of the way, rotate it to be able to move the ball cage. So there are probably much better tutorials on how to do this these days, but this is what you get with me. So let's see here. Now I can pop the blade off. And now let's be mindful of that spring and that ball. I'm going to take the spring off so it doesn't fly away on me. And there you can see there is the ball. There's the ball cage. There's the spring. So now I just got to, well, I got to get this lanyard off. Hopefully that won't be too troublesome. Let's see what happens if I just start trying to... Okay, I got that part off. Okay, I got that off. Now, will it come loose? No problem. Alright, so the lanyard came off. No problemo. So now I need to finish taking off the rest of these screws. One of the cool things that I'm going to love about this new knife is that I got it for right side tip up carry only, so it doesn't have unnecessary holes in it. I don't like extra holes in my knives, and I had filled up these holes with some screws. I don't like excess screws, I don't like excess holes, but I would rather have some screws in those holes for, I don't know, some stupid reason. I guess that's just my preference there. And I won't need those anymore. So there is the backspacer. Now I need to pop off this the pivot there. And I'm going to need to clean everything up because this is dirty. But these have fulfilled their destiny. They've done a very good job. I suppose if you watch this and you want them, let me know. If you want to send me a couple bucks for shipping, I'll send them to you. But, yeah, so let's give everything a quick wipe me down. Starting with the liners. I just use some 90% isopropyl alcohol. It's not too bad, but man, I think I used lots of Loctite on it. You know, I'm realizing as I took this apart, I didn't have any resistance. It looked like I had broke the Loctite on it, so I think I did just do some basic maintenance on it before, because that Loctite was hard, but I didn't get any resistance on it whatsoever. So let's clean these washers up for sure. These phosphor bronze washers. I didn't think maybe I should have ordered some new ones, but really the action on these are good. I don't got any problems with these washers, so I didn't bother to check the orientation of them. So hopefully that doesn't affect anything. I'm going to pause real quick. I got a notification while I'm recording here that I was almost out of space, so I had to delete some stuff real quick. And I accidentally stopped instead of pause. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of editing here. Hopefully that's not going to be too big of a deal for me. But I think I'm ready to put things back together. So, let's start by putting the liner back together on the non-clip side, because I think I need that to hold things together. Yes, I do. So let's put that in there, and no, okay, so I'm going to put, this is D-shaped on there, so I need to make sure that I have the right orientation of the pivots, which is right there. That'll help hold things into place. Well, you little bugger. See, already boarding the struggle bus, folks. Already in full effect. Alright, where are you indexing at? There we go. Okay. Alright, I got that. I'm gonna do one of the back spacer screws in there so that the back spacer can be held into place for when I put things back together. And I believe, is that the... Yes, okay. Alright, see, this is not your standard knife construction. There's a lot more to it than what I think most of you folks are probably used to. Okay, so I got that screwed in there so that can rotate, but it is still secure. I'm going to need to put my lanyard plug in. I've gotten quite a bit of stuff from Rhino over the years. I use their on my, I got my keys right here. I got one of their glow fobs on my keys that I've been using. I have my mini grip here. There's a tritium insert in the access lock bar. Where did that plug go? What did I just do with it? You folks probably see it and I don't. There it is. Okay. So I believe it just pops right in. Maybe I need to go get my mallet to knock that in slightly. Okay, what's going on? Why is that not wanting to fit? It's misaligned slightly. So what I'm going to do is... Alright, before I put the backspacer in, so that this... Alright, let me back up here. I want to be able to align that a little bit better. Alright, there we go. There we go. Alright, now we're indexed better. Now I can tighten this back up and put this... Ooh, don't fall off the tabla. Ooh, look at me go. Alright. Okay, now I think I'm good. Alright, let me compose myself for just a momento. Let me take a pull of my coffee to wet my whistle. Drinking out of my Some Dude coffee mug. You got Grumpy Grunt, you got Matisfaction, you got Pocket Metal, you got myself. You got myself on the other side. Black, like my soul. Oh, speaking of Some Dude, that's right. Check out the new Said Faction Hank. Pickles. Crack Squirrel feeding Stevie a pickle. Pretty dope artwork by Some Dude, executed by Forrest Hanks. Okay, now what do we got to do? Let's do some oil. Oh no. Do I need to put... I need to put the washer on first. Haha, that's right. Washer goes underneath the pivot. So, alright folks. Good thing you got the skip and fast forward button in case you need it. So, I gotta pop this off of there. So I can put the washer on. That's right, I forgot that that's how these pesky Spydercos go. Alright, now I can put this back on there. Now we're good. Okay, so I'm going to put a couple of dabs of... I got nano oil here. Nano oil is good to go for all my needs. Now I need to put the blade back on or the ball cage back on. I don't remember which first. But when it comes to reassembling the ball cage, there's a little shelf there that you see that's going to hold the ball. So if you're trying to put it in like that and the shelf is facing down, that's not the right way. The shelf's got to be up. So I need to find the ball. There is the ball. Well, pause. I'll use some more of my gadgets that I've got. These are some Dogwood Customs titanium tweezers, or bacon turner, or you know, whatever you want to use. Right now it's going to be the ball cage, the ball grabber. Okay, so now I need my spring as well. Let's be careful to not lose the spring. And I think what I need to do is okay, so it's in position. Now I'm going to pull back on it to hopefully be able to get the blade on. Is that right? No, it's not. Because it's not wanting to seat properly. So what didn't I do right? There it goes. Okay. Now I got it into position correctly. Okay. That wasn't too bad, was it? No, it really wasn't. Which makes me a little hesitant. But it seems to be right, so I'm going to go with it. Alright. Some nano oil. I always overlube and wipe off later if I need to, if I have any excess. Little bubble. Alright. I'm done with my nano oil, so let me put the cap back on this. Put that away. Now I should be able to pop this liner on. Yeah. Yes, that's right. Okay, so before I get going any further, let me secure this other side of the other side of the backspacer there. Whoa! Whoa! Okay, I just lost the ball. Let's backtrack. Back it up, folks. Back it up. What am I doing here? Okay, let me take this back off here. Okay, back up. That did not work out. What did I do wrong here, folks? Correct me down in the comments if you've done this before and you just happen to be watching someone else struggle through this. What did I just do wrong? I don't know. But it's not aligned like it was. God, I swore I had it right. Why isn't that allowing it to? Okay, it just popped into spot. There we go. Now I can put this screw in, hopefully. Why doesn't it want to thread into? There we go. Okay. 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 I think I'm good. I think I'm good. I got the washer already stuck to the inside of the scale. Now that should work there. Alright, so let me attach the pivot screw. And we'll adjust everything here in just a moment. We get all the rest of the hardware put back in. Good. Good. Tweezers. I am digging these black burlap micarta scales. I haven't been I've been looking at them, but I haven't been really commenting on them. We got all the scale or all the screws are in here properly on the show side. Tighten down. Now all I have left to do is secure the pocket clip. So this wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It goes to show how, I mean, it's not like I handled this perfectly, but I can tell you it took me way longer during the first time I just did the Flytanium cage installation than it did to replace the scales and do that. So it feels a little stiff. So what's going on? Do I need to back my pivot off? A pivot screw? Is that all I need to do? Is just that slightly. Just that slightly. Still centered. Do I have any blade play? I got no blade play. Up, down, side to side. I got no stick. No ball gauge stick. Alright. I think I'm good, folks. I think I'm good. Alright. So, nothing is popping out on me that is wrong. So, I think we're good to go here. I'm centered. I got all my hardware. I got the lanyard plug in there. See that? It's not. You're not going to see it glow because it's still light out. Action is good to go. Falls shut, which is what I like. Yeah. I think maybe just because I probably reversed the washers. It's got to wear in just a little bit, but I think we're good to go. I got no problems here. All right. So that's it, folks. I like the new black burlap micarta. I like that I don't have any extra holes here that I didn't need before, because since I will only, excuse me, right side tip up carry, and I think that the hardware matches good. The titanium ball cage looks good. I'd say that this is a success. Yeah, and now, as I said, it's going to match my PM3. So I carry this quite a bit. You can already tell it's picked up the oils big time. But yeah, I know that there are options out there to get rid of these liners. But one of the things I really like about the Manix is all the jimping. This I complain about knives not having good jimping a lot, and this knife is just full of jimping everywhere you need it. You got it on the backspacer there. You got it on the blade. You got it on the underside of the choil here. The liners themselves. This knife is not going anywhere once it's locked into your hand, and it's not a hot spot at all for me. Everything about this knife is, I I love it. I love it dearly, and I think aesthetically, it looks a lot more. Hold on. Okay, I thought I heard some. It's got a new acoustic to it. Listen to that. It gave a little. It gave a little. Yeah, I don't know if that's picking it up or not, but there's a new acoustic to it. Bink. I don't mind it. But I think that the Micarta scales are an improvement for sure. These some of the best G10 though. This is super grippy. I really do like the G10 on here. I was just ready to do a little bit of an upgrade on this. You hear that, right? That's new. Why is it doing that? I don't know. I don't mind it though. But yeah. I'll link my Manix video somewhere. Maybe I will have already linked it in the beginning when I first mentioned it. But yeah, you can hear me ramble on a little bit more about my thoughts on the Manix 2. In my opinion, one of Spyderco's best options. The only Spydercos I own are this, the Para 3, and then I have a Smock as well. And those are the only Spydercos I'm really interested in. So, yeah. Sweet. I would say that these RC Bladeworks scales are good to go. It took a couple weeks for they're made to order, I believe. And so it did take a couple weeks for me to get them, but I got no beef with that whatsoever. I forget where they came. They're out of Ohio, Canton, Ohio. So, yeah, this is a good old everything made in the United States knife. You got the Lynch Northwest clip on there. They are out of Spokane, Washington. You got Glow Rhino that's out of Michigan somewhere. Yeah, they're out of Michigan. And then you got Spyderco there in Golden, Colorado, Earth. And then Flytanium. I don't know where Flytanium's out of, but all the United States parts back on this. And yeah, good to go. So that's all I got for you folks. Appreciate you tuning in. Sorry the struggle bus was going on in full effect, but you know, that's what happens sometimes. And but yeah, that's what happens sometimes. Not everything is perfect, and I didn't do my research. I just winged it. Oh, I want to say real quick before I go. So these came in the mail today. I also got something else in the mail. I got some jerky from M&S Meats. They are out of Rollins, Montana. And I saw an ad for them on Facebook, or no, Instagram. And they had elk jerky. And so I ordered some. And I gotta say, this jerky is legit some of the best jerky I have ever had. This is the elk jerky. It's nice and tender and just really yummy. Sorry, I'm probably chewing in your ear. But this Old West beef jerky, this is basically what I ate for lunch. Actually got a bunch of jerky from them. Oh, they also make dog treats. So I got Ella some dog treats from them. But so this Old West jerky, legit freaking delicious. I got some more elk jerky there. I got their pepper beef jerky. I got some, yeah, this Old West beef jerky. The flavor on it is, I can't even tell you. Oh, and I got some pepper buffalo jerky as well. But I'm gonna open this one, the Old West again. I know I've already eaten some today. Some ate the whole bag. But this jerky here, this Old West jerky, I don't know what they do to it, but you get a crunch, but it's still tender, and it's got a depth of flavor. Like as you chew it, it gets more flavorful, and very impressed with this company. It's very fairly inexpensive for everything that I ordered. You know, it comes vacuum sealed with a reclosable bag on it. They list all their ingredients there. And they are out of Rawlins, Montana, if I didn't mention that. M&S Meats and Mercantile. And Ella's in taking a nap, or else I'd bring her out here. But she's already had about 4 or 5 of these. And yeah, she loves them. So shout out to M&S Meats, and I guess I'll put a link in the description for them if you're interested in trying some. But it's legit. It's hands down some of the best jerky I've ever had. But all right, folks, this has gone on for way too long. I'll put a link to the description in the description for RC Blade Works. I'll put a link in the description for Glow Rhino, as I mentioned the jerky. I'm also going to link Some Dude and Forest Hanks. And that's it. Please, if you've made it this far, give the video a like. That definitely helps. If you haven't already done so, you can subscribe right here. Then check out that video as well. And until the next one, I appreciate you tuning in. And I bid you mofos, adeuces.